Thanks for joining us here on Livewire. I'm Elizabeth with your weekly news and updates in pro wrestling. Now let's check in and see what's been happening.
During an 18-minute live signing appearance, excerpts of her new book caught the interest of the wrestling world. The former WWE and UFC star made some additional comments that included telling WWE executives John Laurinaitis and Bruce Prichard to go fuck themselves, and that she doesn't intend on returning to the company. Rousey also said that concussions were the reason she retired.
They want to know if beef between fighters is real or done for publicity. And if it's real, is there someone in the professional world you have a beef with, and why?
In MMA, I originally just started them for publicity, but those other bitches did not get the memo, and so they became personal. And in WWE, it's all fake. I love them. Except for Bruce Prichard and John Laurinaitis, they can go fuck themselves. That's real.
And you can learn more about why you feel that way in
Our Fight at ourfightbook.com.
What are 3 unexpected things people might find about you in ourfight.com, or 3 stories they wouldn't necessarily tell?
In ourfight.com?
Or in Our Fight Book.
Our Fight Book.
Available on ourfightbook.com.
Well, one would be my IVF journey that I had to go through to have Poe. And another would be my concussion history that I had to keep secret for years so that I would be able to continue to compete and perform, and is basically why I had to retire.
And it's something you've never really talked about publicly, but as someone that knows you privately, it's not something you've ever really talked in depth about privately either. So, one, why was it really important for you to talk about that here, and why was it the right time to?
I think that there was just so much to it that I couldn't talk about it in the form of like an interview or an article or anything like that, or there would be several filters between my words and people reading it. And so much had to do with, having so many concussions when I was in judo before I even got into MMA. I couldn't talk about it at all when I was doing MMA because it would basically literally put a target on my head, and I might not have been allowed to compete any further. And same thing with WWE. They have a complicated history with their performers getting concussions, and it'd be a bad look on them. And so I really felt like I couldn't talk about it at all. And so this long form, I feel like, is the only way that I would be able to adequately address it. And another thing that people don't know, oh God.
Some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes, oh yeah, how much of an absolute shit show it is at the WWE, because, I don't have, they can't hold a sword over my head and hold me hostage with my own career, and I don't need anything from them, and I don't intend on going back, so I can actually say everything that I think and feel, where everybody else that is still held captive by their organization cannot.
This has been your weekly Livewire news and updates from around the world of professional wrestling. Thank you for watching, and catch us next week for more news and updates.